Hello, this is part 2 of my yarn haul slash yarn stash video. Okay, this is the case that it's actually an old office file cabinet that I got from my sister, and I turned it into my place for my yarn. So here's the first drawer. Okay, here we go. This is basically my acrylic yarns. I use a lot of Red Heart because I like to get like these 1 pounds as my bases as much as I can. And then when I'm preparing for certain projects, like this project coming up, you know, I'll place them in the color schemes that I see in my mind, so that if there's some missing, like here, there are some other colors that I have to place there. Actually, this goes there. My daughter's been in my yarn. And these are some others. This is probably the only one that is not. This is a baby. But yeah, so that's the first drawer. Oh, and good old reliable Ziploc bags. I love, love, love these. And this is when, you know, it gets really small, because I need to get another spinner. Oh, I don't know if I was showing it on screen. I'm sorry. Okay, drawer 2. More. And as you see here, these are projects I put, if I'm preparing for a new shawl or project for someone, I just open one and place their name on it and then start loading the colors that I want to use once I decide on which pattern or style I want to go with. Down on this end, these are some of my, like your Simply Soft and the softer ones, you know, the softer yarns. And I don't always get the names right, but anyway. These are all going in a piece together. I'm excited about that. Now, here are some of those oddball ones. Like, these are socks, yarns. This is one that's a silk that I've been working on with a smaller piece from time to time. Here's some. This is what I use when I need a splash of color that I don't want it to be just that same constant color all the way through. And so it adds a little dynamic. This is like some old wool from a prayer shawl, and some more of those splashes of color when I need them. And then here's some others. So these are all what I would call my fancy yarns on this end. These are ones that are, you know, you kind of gotta use with caution. Okay, this drawer is my cotton. These are my 1 pound spindles, which I love. And then here, again, these are the smaller, I believe these are 6 ounces. Oh no, 2 ounce balls, 2 ounce balls. Like, I have this one going in a project soon. This with this beautiful color. See? Okay. Multis help a sister out. Okay. And here's some more. And these are more bins for projects that are empty. Because I actually have some new stuff going in these that I need to start loading. And the third drawer, and it's going to be hard for me to see in here, these are ongoing projects. Like, these are granny squares that I'm making, and eventually I'm going to sew them all into one blanket. Here's more granny squares. All the granny squares in this bag are the acrylic. All the granny squares in this bag are cotton. What else? This is a hat made with Simply Silk. This is, the tassels cut for a prayer shawl that I'm finishing up. And this is for another shrug that I'm making. This is that purple that you saw in the other video. This is where I keep my patterns. I separate them by books, types. This is, I'm going to go real fast. This is the one where I did based on the Princess Tiana. You see the grid? Here's another example of another project that I did like that, when I have like my color selection and color scheme. See here, for the different colors based on the pattern and what the color number was in Red Heart. See, and those are like my samples. So I would remember, since it was such an ongoing long project. I even have a folder in here of ideas, just like pictures and stuff that I'd like to make into patterns. And so, yeah, this is kind of crazy. All right, this is the last space. These are completed projects. These are some hats that I have done. This is the shawl that I've shown you. There's another hat set. This is a hat scarf set. There's another prayer shawl under there. These are all my sewing pieces that I need. These are jewelry, packaging. This is where I have a couple of these. Oh, hold on. Bear with me, because I'm using one hand to record, and this is you know, let's hold it up. If I can hold it up without losing everything. Here we go. There. So, you know, my crochet needles, and this one actually has like this is I'm so sorry. This is like so crazy here. You know, another hook, and this is what I use to do my weave my ends in a latch hook. And I always keep stitch markers and bobby pins, what I use to mark my stitches with, and I also keep extra little pieces of string if I need to, you know, do as markers as well, and of course scissors. And lastly, on the end is I keep these wonderful bags. Oh, these are the best. Okay, they are meant for comforters or blankets for storage, but this is what I put projects in, and they have handles. See, you can hold it with a handle, and that's how I keep up with everything. Up here on this section, I have some other inspiration things like material. This, oh goodness, I'm gonna see if I can turn it onto my. This is a prayer shawl made in Israel. And so I'm using this as a pattern. I'm going to make this as a pattern for a crochet prayer shawl coming soon. I'm actually going to start on that one this week. That's actually a rush project that I need to get finished. And what else? You know, inspiration. And lastly, this is a bag where I keep all of my like brooches and ideas. I'm going to show you guys another time. I get some of my ideas for color schemes from jewelry. So that's that. And I'm going to fix all of this later. Okay, so that's it. Let's see if I can take you. Okay, this one last thing. It's a mess. Okay, here we go. One last thing. The bag that I just showed you, here is an example. See here? This is the shawl that's in there. Inside, I keep the yarn needed. I always keep my labels so that if I need to go buy more yarn, I know the exact color. So you'll see all the yarn in there that's needed. This is for that granny square prayer shawl that I'm finishing up. Same goes for the Once Was Lost project. See? So I keep them in these bags, and it keeps them protected, and it makes it so that I can travel with them and move around with them. Another bag that I love to use that you can find are the little ones. And here with the handle, it's a small, and then this bag is when I was making all those little bitty granny squares. So that is that. And this is what I use as I'm moving about the house. And I need to, like, this is when I was doing my cast off video. These are all my little projects in here, but this is the basket that I use when I toss my yarn in and can go and find a seat and just use this to crochet. So that is it officially. Thank you so much for your time.